From strange discoveries in abandoned houses, creepy encounters, to disturbing things captured on camera. Tonight, we're diving into some of the most disturbing footage ever seen. Before we begin, a warning: the last story is truly shocking. This homeowner shared a chilling series of events on TikTok that has left viewers with sleepless nights. Her experiences with strange, unexplainable activities have been documented on TikTok over time, and each video gets creepier than the last. In the first clip, her shaky voice and panicked breaths reveal just how terrifying the situation is as she attempts to show us what's happening.
No te pases, eso no estaba aquí. Aquí. Esto, la carriolita de la niña, eso no estaba aquí. Que tengan de juguetes, mis hijos. Los únicos, pues, juguetes que tengo. Ay, canijo.
As she pans across the house, a figure dressed in black is seen sitting on her couch, and the chilling part is, she claims to have been alone at the time. In the second clip we have from her, the homeowner and her husband are asleep when they hear knocking noises coming from the closet. What happens next is downright chilling.
Hicimos grabar ahorita porque se está escuchando algo en el closet. Dios mío, ¿qué es eso? ¿Hay alguien ahí? ¿Quieres algo? ¿Qué es eso? ¿Qué es eso? No inventes, ¿qué es eso?
The closet door creaks open, and something quickly peeks out before retreating.
¿Qué es eso? ¿Qué es? Se abrió. ¿Te podemos ayudar? ¿Necesitas algo? Dinos.
Pausing on the frame, you can see what appears to be a baby's head briefly peeking out. When they search the closet, there's nothing inside.
¿Sabes qué? Vamos con los niños.
In the final clip, the husband, while in the bathroom, hears a loud noise in the house. Investigating, he finds a flower decoration on the floor and an exercise machine running by itself.
Me siento muy nervioso, no sé qué hacer. Tocaron otra vez. Mira, esa tira de florero. Se ve una sombra. Mira, se está moviendo esto.
As he pans the camera around, the room appears empty, but when he reviews the footage later, he notices something shocking.
Mira, se está moviendo esto, pero no hay nada aquí. De este lado se ve una sombra. No sé qué hacer, amigos. Estoy un poco nervioso. Se vio algo en la tienda.
That same black figure from the first clip is sitting on the couch again, even though the sofa was empty just moments before.
Moviendo esto, pero no hay nada aquí.
This house seems to harbor something sinister, with that mysterious black figure at the center of it all. The scariest part, the homeowners remain unaware of its full presence, even as it lurks in plain sight. What starts as a peaceful night home alone quickly turns into a terrifying ordeal for this man. It all begins with eerie sounds. He hears what seems to be his own voice coming from upstairs and loud banging at the front door. Yet, when he checks the door, there's no one there.
I'm home alone. I'm hearing my own voice upstairs. The door won't stop knocking. And there's nobody there. This door keeps banging. I thought I was hearing my voice. Nobody's there. Go away!
As he stands at the door, the voices upstairs grow louder and more unsettling. Unable to ignore them any longer, he decides to investigate.
I know what you're doing. It's not scaring me. It's not scaring anybody else. You need to leave now.
Determined to find the culprit, he opens all the doors one by one, but to his shock, every room is completely empty. Still, the man senses that something, or someone, is there. Things escalate when his bedroom doorknob begins to move on its own.
Yeah, I got a feeling you're in this room, aren't you?
Backing away, he suddenly spots a shadowy, black-robed figure pass across the room. The door slams shut behind it, sending chills down his spine.
All right, if you're gonna play these games all night, I'm not doing this.
As if that weren't enough, the bathroom faucet turns on by itself, and the sound of the doorbell echoes from downstairs.
Get out.
What's most unsettling about this entire ordeal is how confrontational the homeowner seems, almost as if he's dealt with these hauntings before. While his bravery is commendable, it's safe to say that after watching this, I'll think twice before staying home alone. Captured during Hurricane Florence on Pawleys Island, this video claims to show a really bizarre and mysterious figure many are calling the Gray Man. The footage opens with the intense sounds of crashing waves and howling winds as the hurricane ravages the area. But amidst the chaos, there's something truly bizarre. Did you catch it? Let's zoom in for a closer look. There in the distance is a translucent humanoid figure. It has a smoky gray outline and moves with an unmistakably human-like gait, yet it doesn't appear entirely solid. Locals and viewers alike have dubbed this apparition the Gray Man, and its presence has left everyone baffled. To this day, no one has been able to explain what this figure could be. Was it a trick of the light, a ghostly guardian, or something else entirely? If you've heard of similar stories or have your own theory, let us know in the comments below. These two security guards, working the night shift, had a terrifying encounter that nearly made them reconsider their job. While sitting in their car, they noticed a strange figure emerging from the darkness, heading toward them.
When we work night security 8 p.m. to 8 a.m. and we see something coming at us at midnight.
How is that? Raylan!
The figure blends seamlessly with the shadows, but if you look closely, you can make out a humanoid shape with a slightly hunched posture. According to the uploader, it was around midnight. These girls worked the 8 p.m. to 8 a.m. shift. It's hard to say what they were supposed to do in this situation. The figure could have been anyone with any intention. Also, who knows what its motives might have been. On July 15th, 2019, the US Navy filmed something truly bizarre, something that has left many questioning the reality. This footage, captured from the Navy's Combat Information Center, shows a mysterious, spherical object flying in the sky.
Took off, booking it.
Break Omaha, Pickney Kid, Rocco Peralta, passive ability to launch Hilo ASAP.
Splashing your bearing range.
Sure. You got 2 winds, 30 knots.
Keep going, bro. Let's go down.
You're making 10, so we could probably bring down 35 relative to Sir.
Yeah, that brings it.
We got a lot of white water out there, some 6-foot swells.
Whoa, it's getting close.
Yeah, we have 31 knots sustained wind, topside, gust of 40.
Whoa, splashed. Mark bearing and range.
You can hear Navy personnel in the background as this strange object is recorded.
We got a lot of white water out there, some 6-foot swells.
Whoa, it's getting close.
the object begins descending toward the water's surface, and, with a sudden flash, it vanishes without a trace. No wreckage, nothing. It simply disappears.
31 knots sustained wind, topside, gust of 40.
What was splashed? Splashed. Mark bearing and range.
Whatever this object was, it seemed to be observing something in the ocean until it noticed the Navy ship following it. Pretty strange, right? Some might even consider this additional proof that aliens could exist in our universe. This next CCTV footage comes from the haunted Chapel Field Mall in the United Kingdom, and what it captures is nothing short of bizarre. As the mall was closing for the day, a strange balloon was caught on CCTV footage, seemingly drifting around on its own. You might think it's just helium at work, but things take a strange turn when the balloon starts descending the stairs, defying all laws of physics. The balloon travels for a while before coming to rest near a sitting area in the food court. Now, it's easy to chalk this up to a coincidence, but here's the thing. The mall was closing, there was no breeze or air conditioning running, and the escalators were switched off, so no drafts could have been at play. After seeing this, I can't help but wonder, could the mall's reputation for being haunted actually be true? This husband and wife duo set out to explore a cemetery nestled up a dirt road in the forest, but things quickly take a chilling turn. The wife had visited before and claimed to hear strange baby cries or sounds of someone in distress.
I know that it's way down a dirt road. Way out in the woods.
There's a highway.
Yeah, there's a highway back over there that runs down with a sign that says cemetery on it. And we turned down here to find out what cemetery it was. And we came down here. I can't really remember all the EVPs. I know there was something about a baby, and it sounded like somebody was in distress, and I listened to the EVPs and I just felt compelled to come back. So y'all may remember it. It's not a very big cemetery at all, but it's the one that had a lot of the mounds, like right there where you see the mound, that we don't know if those are graves or if it's just The dirt's mounded up out here.
As they explore, the graves appear old and neglected, adding an eerie vibe to the place. The unsettling atmosphere grows as they continue their investigation.
But it doesn't look like it gets very good taken care of. And these graves are not, I mean, they're 1980s, so they're not overly old. That one's 1999, and look how the moss and all's just covered it. And over theirs was the baby's grave.
As the woman approaches a grave, a faint voice whispers, all of it. She also hears breathing noises coming from the graves below, along with a strange voice asking, "What are you doing?"
But yeah, they've done some work. Huh. I hope.
It might have been one of those before.
Somebody's shooting.
Yep.
At first, these noises are faint, but things take a darker turn when the camera captures something lurking behind a tree.
I did EVPs over on this side. But
it looks like a dark figure peeking from behind the tree, and the woman recording doesn't notice it at that moment. Unexplained noises from the woods heighten their anxiety.
Not really a growl.
The camera may have picked it up.
Yeah, check and see when you might do it.
The device they use picks up faint responses to their questions, along with the baby crying noises the woman mentioned. While they're conversing with the spirits, the same figure that appeared behind the tree is spotted walking among the distant trees.
Should we be afraid?
These YouTubers got more than they bargained for. Were they brave or foolish for returning after such encounters? And that figure, could it have been a spirit trying to warn them? This homeowner was hearing strange noises coming from his ceiling, but when he investigated, what he found made his heart stop. The owner, home alone, had been hearing odd sounds coming from above. When he looked up, he discovered a strange hole in the closet ceiling. This guy bought a new fish for his aquarium, but as he was recording, he noticed something chilling. The video begins with the cameraman showing off his collection of fish and mentioning that he just added a new one.
Alright guys, got some new fish. Pretty big tank as well. There's currently 2 black ones, 2 gold ones. I've called them Goldie number 2. A black one.
But as he's filming, he spots a strange hand on the other side of the tank. As soon as he notices it, the hand quickly disappears.
What the
This was pretty unsettling for the cameraman, so he checks around the tank and in the kitchen, but finds nothing.
What the
However, while looking for the source, the camera catches a fast shadow reflection that he likely didn't notice at the time. what was that? And whatever that hand was, it seems connected to it. Maybe this thing, whatever it is just excited about the new fish, or perhaps it's excited about something else. A graveyard is a place where we lay our loved ones to rest. But what happens when something else lurks among the tombstones? This video, recorded back in December of 2005, was initially thought to be just a normal cemetery video. However, years later, the person who filmed it noticed something unsettling. At first, it seems like a typical scene from a graveyard. Did you catch that? There's something strange, an alien-like figure lurking behind one of the gravestones. It has the classic elongated head and features, but why is this thing in a cemetery? This is seriously creepy. Spirits are one thing, but aliens? No thanks. I'll stick to the comfort of my home. As kids, many of us grew up believing mermaids were real, only to later learn they were just fictional. But this video, it might just make us reconsider. Uploaded on TikTok, this clip shows a strange humanoid creature swimming just below the surface of the sea. Its upper body appears human, with visible hair and arms, while its lower body seems to have a fish-like tail and torso. Viewers who already watched the video are convinced it's a siren, and honestly, from the footage, it sure looks like one. So, what do you think? Could this be a real-life mermaid or siren, or is it just another hoax?
I'ma find your ass. You watch.
Security cameras are installed to provide us with a sense of safety and surveillance, but at times they capture events that send shivers down our spines. This particular video is from Indonesia, where a car is parked in front of a complex. After a few moments, something truly bizarre occurs. A greenish smoke materializes seemingly out of thin air, shaping itself into a humanoid figure, and then swiftly disappears. The greenish hue of this mysterious smoke gives it an eerie quality, and its transformation into the form of a human girl suggests that it might be a ghost or spirit. What makes this encounter even stranger is that after its passage, the entire atmosphere takes on a greenish tinge, almost as if the ghostly spirit interacted with the surrounding light or became visible near the installed light bulb. What are your thoughts on this mysterious phenomenon? Encounters with unsettling or unknown entities can be incredibly eerie, but what's even more disconcerting is the feeling of being stalked by something you can't identify. In this particular case, a trail camera was set up in a forest to monitor the fox population. The footage begins with the appearance of a fox, which seems notably anxious and frightened by something in its surroundings. The fox cautiously approaches a tree and spends some time scanning its environment. The movement of the fox's ears indicates that it is on high alert, clearly sensing the presence of an imminent threat. After a few seconds, upon closer examination, something chilling becomes apparent in the background. A pair of eyes. These eyes were stealthy, watching the fox throughout the duration of the video, likely the very entity that had the fox so alarmed and seeking cover. What adds to the creepiness of these eyes is their height, suggesting that the creature they belong to is exceptionally large. What are your thoughts on what this stalking entity might be? In this video, we're confronted with a peculiar sight. A mysterious creature perched atop a tree without any visible means of support. This enigmatic being displays an impressive sense of balance, maintaining its stance with ease, almost as if it were a common occurrence. Its form appears humanoid, yet it's challenging to accept that it could be a human, given how effortlessly it stands on that tree in the heart of the forest. The local resident who captured this video shared their belief that this creature is the fabled forest witch, a figure they claim to have glimpsed on various trees on multiple occasions. According to their accounts, this witch materializes briefly on a random tree and then mysteriously vanishes. The scene is undeniably eerie, leaving us to contemplate the existence of such mysterious entities in the world. This video captures a moment from a hiking adventure in the Acadian-Canadian forest involving two friends. As they ventured through the forest, their attention was drawn to rustling noises emanating from some nearby bushes.
Where the hell did that thing go? That had to be scared, dude. What the f is that thing? Do you see it? I hear the bushes moving. What the hell is that thing, man?
They quickly decided to record what was causing this commotion. In the video, we can see a black figure emerging from the bushes and crossing a field at some distance. This figure appears to be strolling casually, seemingly unaware of the hikers recording it. What's particularly striking is its immense size, standing somewhere between 7 to 9 feet tall, with a body shape resembling that of a human. Its gait and the way it navigates through the bushes closely resemble human movement. Confused and uncertain about what they were witnessing, one of the hikers speculates that it might be a bear. However, upon closer examination, it becomes evident that this figure is definitely not a bear. In fact, it bears a resemblance to what many people commonly refer to as Bigfoot. This chilling video was captured by a security camera and presents a truly eerie scene. In the footage, we observe two mysterious figures standing just outside a gate, bathed in the headlights of a truck. As the owner of the truck approaches, presumably to enter the vehicle, he notices the presence of these two figures and signals for them to move aside. Strangely, the figures remain stationary and do not respond to his gestures. Confused, the owner pauses for a moment, attempting to discern whether his eyes are playing tricks on him. After this brief moment of scrutiny, he proceeds to sit inside his truck and turns on the bright headlights, expecting the figures to react or move. However, to his surprise, when the headlights pierce through the darkness, the area near the gate appears empty, with no trace of the two figures that were clearly visible just moments ago. This unsettling incident raises questions about the nature of these enigmatic figures and their sudden disappearance. This video, posted on the Creepy Captures subreddit, is not for the faint of heart, especially if you have arachnophobia. The uploader claims to have captured footage of a gigantic spider-like creature in his garage floor. As the video unfolds, we can see a recessed area within the floor, and inside it lies a truly eerie tarantula-like creature. This tarantula is notably large, featuring its signature spindly legs and a substantial body, all quite reminiscent of a typical tarantula. The camera person then cautiously employs a wooden object to prod the creature and determine if it's still alive. To their surprise, the tarantula moves in response to the prodding. What makes this encounter particularly strange is the coloration of the tarantula. While some species of tarantulas, like the pink-toe tarantula, exhibit an entirely pink body, this specimen is different. Its legs are distinctly dark black, which contrasts sharply with its otherwise pink-hued body. This unique coloration raises intriguing questions about the specific species or variety of this tarantula. This video is undeniably spooky, and it sent shivers down my spine when I watched it at night. The footage was uploaded to Facebook by a homeowner who claimed to have heard peculiar footsteps on their roof. In an attempt to investigate, they captured something truly unsettling. As the video unfolds, we see the homeowner using a flashlight to illuminate the source of the mysterious rooftop sounds. Suddenly, they spot a head peering from the rooftop's edge. Upon zooming in, the features of this head become more apparent. It has a distinctly humanoid appearance with two clearly visible eyes. Moreover, the head displays a shockingly pale pinkish skin tone, and there is evidence of white hair. The video cuts off at this point, leaving us with this eerie image of the head lurking on the roof. This encounter is indeed hair-raising, and one can't help but sympathize with the homeowner's dilemma, whether to confront and eliminate this enigmatic presence or simply vacate the premises altogether. This unsettling video was shared on a TikTok account named PeachAssassin99 by a concerned lady. In the video, she recounts a rather peculiar experience with her landlord. According to her, the landlord sent her pictures showcasing the new windows recently installed in their house. However, upon receiving and closely inspecting the images, she made a spine-chilling discovery. As she zoomed in on the left window situated near the chimney, she noticed a doll positioned behind it. The alarming part was that she claimed not to own any dolls herself, and there was no such doll in her possession when she had last checked. To add to her fear, visible scratches were apparent on the windowsill. In an attempt to reassure herself, she revisited the same spot, yet there was no trace of the doll. This bizarre occurrence left her deeply disturbed, especially considering her strong aversion to dolls. Many viewers of her video suggested that perhaps it was time for her to start looking for another place to live, as it seemed her current house might now belong to someone or something else entirely. This video was recorded by an oil field worker who believes he may have captured footage of the elusive Bigfoot while on the job. In the video, filmed from inside a car, we can see a massive figure in the woods ahead. This gigantic creature stands completely still and appears to be covered in dark fur. Interestingly, the driver didn't notice this creature at the time of recording, but upon reviewing the footage later, he made a rather unsettling discovery. This creature stands out significantly due to its immense size when compared to the trees it lurks behind. The big question here is, why is this mighty creature lurking in the woods? What could be its purpose or intention? And most importantly, what exactly is it? Could it be the legendary Bigfoot? In this video, shared on TikTok by the user Gberir, a girl recounts her unsettling experiences while staying at a farmhouse. She explains that she's alone in the house and has been hearing strange and eerie noises coming from various directions. She even claims to have seen a bald man emerging from the farm's pond, which adds to her unease.
Can you stop? Fuck out!
Throughout her explanation, these mysterious noises continue, like someone forcefully banging on wooden surfaces. In an attempt to address the noise, she calls out, and it momentarily ceases. However, the ongoing sounds are taking a toll on her nerves. As she records her story near a television, something chilling occurs. A figure is seen standing behind her in the TV's reflection, sending shivers down her spine.
I don't know. And my reflection's creeping me out. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. You guys saw that, right? I'm not bugging. Like, here's my reflection.
Later in the video, she records at night and reports another sighting of the bald man near the pond. While recording through a glass window, the reflection of the kitchen doorway reveals the presence of someone passing by, further intensifying her fear. The house appears to be plagued by supernatural occurrences, with ghosts or spirits seemingly determined to both annoy and frighten the girl. Nighttime road trips can be both relaxing and exhilarating, but when taken on desolate roads, things can quickly take an unsettling turn. This particular video captures a group of friends on a late-night drive, thoroughly enjoying the music and the journey. As the camera pans back to capture the road ahead, something unusual catches the eye. A spectral figure is seen running alongside the road, appearing for just a brief moment before dissipating into thin air. This apparition had a humanoid shape, but was smoky and translucent. At that moment, the friends were too engrossed in their enjoyment to notice this eerie presence. However, upon later reviewing the video, they made the chilling discovery. Undoubtedly, this road trip became an unforgettable experience for them. A hiker embarked on a hiking expedition in the local forest, initially mistaking something in the distance for a bear. As he aimed his camera to capture this creature, he soon realized that it wasn't a bear, but rather a massive figure standing at a towering 9 feet tall. A classic Bigfoot sighting. This enormous creature had a substantial, heavy-set body, and it moved leisurely through the forest. At one point, it came to a halt, as if pausing for some unknown purpose, before resuming its steady stride and ultimately disappearing into the dense woods. The hiker's encounter was both fascinating and spine-tingling. In the video, one can clearly hear the hiker's heavy breathing, a testament to the fear and excitement coursing through him. Nevertheless, this experience provided him with an incredible camping trip story, complete with concrete evidence to share with others. Videos like this can certainly give anyone pause before venturing into the woods again. In this particular video, a tall, ominous figure stands before us, partially concealed by tree branches. The most unsettling aspect of this figure is undoubtedly its face. Its face appears monstrously eerie, with a completely black visage, large sunken eyes, and a small nose. While this creature seems to be in a state of repose, it's as though its gaze pierces directly into the camera, and by extension, into the very soul of the viewer. Beyond its terrifying facial features, its massive and imposing physique only adds to the disquieting nature of the scene. Identifying this creature remains a mystery, but it seems like a mixture of the legendary Bigfoot and other eerie forest-dwelling entities. What do you believe this enigmatic creature could be? The most unsettling experiences often arise from encounters with the unknown, which defy our comprehension. This video, originating from Russia, captures an enigmatic creature sprinting in the distance. Upon initial observation, it may appear to be a human running. However, upon closer inspection, its posture and movements deviate slightly from those of a typical human. What makes this sighting even more confusing is that, after taking a few steps, this entity abruptly disappears into thin air, vanishing in the blink of an eye. Its eyes emit an eerie glowing light, and there's a brief, luminous trail left ahead. As it dashes away, this creature is an enigma, possessing a humanoid form, extraordinary luminous abilities, and an uncanny ability to vanish like a spirit. This video is sourced from a security camera, and the homeowner is reviewing it due to a recent robbery in which his bag was stolen from his car. As we watch the video, we observe a house situated across the street. Suddenly, a bright light materializes in front of the main door of the neighboring house. After some time, a shadowy figure emerges on the sidewalk across the street, and then we see a person coming from the right side of the frame. This person proceeds to the car, discovers a bag inside, and then swiftly begins to run away with it. However, as the thief starts his escape, the enigmatic shadowy figure from across the street leaps into action, chasing after the criminal. It's as though this spectral hero had been waiting for the thief and decided to take matters into their own ethereal hands. If only every ghost could transform into such vigilant protectors, there might be no more burglaries or robberies. Some people believe in the existence of aliens, and after watching this video, I'm starting to wonder the same. In this recording made by a forest ranger, we can see what appears to be an alien-like head peering out from behind a tree. This head is quite small and seems to possess a blend of alien and human characteristics. Initially, the ranger dismissed it, thinking it was a trick of the light or his imagination playing tricks on him. However, as time passed, this mysterious creature moved its head slightly, convincing the ranger that it was not something familiar or easily explainable. This sighting left the forest ranger feeling either genuinely frightened or simply curious about the unusual being he had encountered, prompting him to quickly leave the forest. Getting a close-up view of an unknown creature is a rare occurrence, but thanks to a Reddit user, we now have a remarkable close-up glimpse of these enormous beings. In a video captured by a hiker, we can clearly observe a massive creature walking in front of the hiker by the trees. This creature possesses extraordinarily long arms and legs. It appears to use its hands to touch the ground and assist in its movement. What's particularly fascinating is the unusual shape of its hands, unlike anything seen in known creatures. Moreover, the creature's towering height and large body suggest that it might be around 9 to 10 feet tall. Many speculate that this could be a new species of Bigfoot. What are your thoughts on this intriguing discovery? This video comes from Spain depicting a desolate location. In the distance, there's a hunched figure that initially appears to be a naked human. However, the way this figure is hunched over is truly unsettling. As the camera person continues to record and speak, the hunched figure seems to hear them. It suddenly stands up and begins chasing the camera person, who starts running, and the video ends. Some viewers of this video speculate that this might be the rake, as its naked appearance and hunched back align with the descriptions of the rake. Another possibility is that it could be an individual struggling with drug addiction, exhibiting erratic behavior. Regardless of its identity, it was undoubtedly a frightening and disturbing encounter. Trail cameras are truly fascinating because they sometimes capture strange and intriguing scenes in the wild. In a trail cam video shared by a TikToker, we see something quite remarkable yet very puzzling. The video begins by showing us a densely wooded forest, and after a few frames, we catch a glimpse of a dark figure within those woods. We only see this figure for a brief moment, but by analyzing those frames, we can make out that it resembles a creature like an ape, gorilla, or even a monkey. However, some viewers who watched the video were convinced that this might be the legendary Bigfoot, mainly due to the posture in which it was standing. It's worth noting that gorillas typically have relatively short necks, and their heads are directly connected to their shoulders without a distinct long neck. But this creature seems to have a bit of a neck. So, what are your thoughts on this? Was it a primate? Or could it possibly have been the legendary Bigfoot? This video originates from Canada, where an oil field worker captured something eerie and unsettling while working in the woods. The video begins with a snowy landscape and a forest in the distance. As the vehicle, which is recording the video, moves forward, it captures footage of the woods ahead. Upon closer examination of the slowed down video, we can observe a remarkably large and massive creature with black fur lurking in the woods. This creature is significantly larger than the surrounding trees, and its body appears exceptionally strong. What makes this sighting even more unsettling is the mystery surrounding its presence. Why is this creature lurking there? What are its intentions? Is it merely curious about the vehicle, or could it be harboring more sinister or creepy motives? This chilling video, captured in South America, reveals something deeply unsettling in the dead of night. The footage portrays a street view, and in the distance, a figure resembling a person is spotted, hunched over and on all fours. This contorted human-like cryptid remains eerily motionless. The person behind the camera reacts with genuine fear and distress, their voice trembling as they express their emotions. The creature's terrifying appearance raises unsettling thoughts, imagining it potentially sprinting towards the person filming. While a logical explanation could be a person under the influence of alcohol or substances, engaging in unusual behavior, the way this figure is hunched over seems remarkably challenging for a human to replicate. The video leaves lingering questions about the nature of the mysterious presence, adding an extra layer of fear and uncertainty to the already unsettling scene. A family was having a great time at the river, playing and enjoying the water. Suddenly, something strange started approaching them from within the river. The man, sensing the approaching presence, became a bit uneasy. As the mysterious entity swam closer, the girl in the group began to scream. Causing the family to hurriedly exit the water. When the thing finally revealed itself, it turned out to be an otter. The otter emerged from the water in a way that genuinely frightened the family. Thankfully, the man had been alert to his surroundings and acted quickly when he sensed something amiss in the water. Security cameras are installed to ensure our safety, but occasionally they capture unsettling moments within the confines of our homes. In one such instance, footage from a home security camera reveals an enigmatic figure wandering around the driveway. This mysterious being appears humanoid, with a hunched posture and an entirely white body. It seems to be on a quest, scanning the property as if in search of something. The creature's movements evoke an eerie feeling, and its lack of discernible facial features adds to the uncanny nature. While there's a possibility that it might be a cleverly disguised burglar attempting to evade detection, the distinct possibility of it being a genuine cryptid cannot be dismissed. Have you ever had that eerie feeling like someone's watching you when you're alone? Well, if you have, brace yourself because this video is going to send shivers down your spine. It was captured by a homeowner who was peacefully sleeping one night when he heard a strange noise at his window, and what he caught on camera is truly chilling. In the video, you can clearly see a massive gorilla-like figure lurking outside the window. Its presence is enough to send a shiver down your spine. Some folks who've seen this footage speculate that it might be Bigfoot, but the evidence isn't crystal clear. It could also be a person dressed up in a gorilla suit, but there's something about those eyes that looks all too real for comfort. What are your thoughts on this unsettling visitor? Security cameras are meant to keep homes safe, but sometimes they capture unusual and odd moments. One homeowner recorded such an incident on their security camera. In the video, there's a very skinny and naked man behaving strangely, almost like he's possessed by a spirit. It's possible he could be someone struggling with drug addiction and under the influence. Whatever the cause of his behavior, it's clear that he needs help for his mental well-being. However, for the homeowner, seeing someone act so strangely on their doorstep was a scary and strange experience. This video was shared on TikTok by a user named Ben Trolley. In the video, the uploader claims to have captured a strange creature he believes is a rake stalking him. The video starts with a cameraman recording something in the bushes near a forest. In those bushes, we can see a pair of eyes lurking. These eyes are accompanied by a humanoid figure's outline, and it appears to have a naked body. All these characteristics seem to match the description of what people call a rake. This mysterious figure just stands there, watching the person recording, and their intentions are unclear. It's uncertain whether this creature is simply lurking and following the person, or if it has more sinister and harmful intentions. This video was taken at a construction site by a night shift worker, and it shows something very strange and eerie. In the video, there's a wheelbarrow, and right next to it, we can see something moving in a really creepy and unusual way. This figure looks kind of like a human, but moves in a very peculiar manner. This mysterious creature appears to have a white body with a head shape resembling that of a yeti, and it seems to be covered in white fur. It moves slowly, as if it's being cautious or searching for something. What do you think about this unusual creature? Getting chased or followed by something is already quite scary, but being silently watched by an unknown entity is a different kind of frightening experience. In this video, a homeowner recorded what happened when he heard strange noises coming from his backyard. He decided to start filming, and in the video, we can see a forest in the distance, with it being nighttime. Suddenly, a figure moves swiftly within the woods. Based on its shape, it appears to be a humanoid creature, possibly a rake or a nightcrawler. It might be a good idea for the homeowner to consider changing his home or installing a fence in his backyard if he wants to keep this mysterious entity at bay. This video comes from Mexico and was recorded by a home security camera installed on a street. In the video, we can see a lady who looks really scared. She's running away from something and keeps looking back. She's holding a flashlight in her hand and is shouting for help as she runs.
Hey! Look out! Look out!
After running for a while, she stops and checks behind her to see if whatever was chasing her is gone. But she gets frightened because that thing is still there. So what is she running from? If we pay close attention from where the woman enters the street, we can see a smoky figure forming. This smoky figure tries to follow the lady, but then stops right before the well-lit area. This figure seems to take on a shape like a person. Even the cats and dogs in the area are scared by this thing, and you can hear them barking and see a cat running away. Horses are known for their strength, but even they can get scared by unknown creatures we've never seen before. In this video, we're in a horse barn where the horses are peacefully hanging out. Suddenly, something agile and strange appears inside the barn. This mysterious figure swiftly approaches one of the horses. The presence of this unsettling creature terrifies all the horses in the barn, making them anxious. They start acting nervously, and then they all begin to run. They try to jump over the fence as if they're running for their lives. One horse manages to leap over the fence successfully, but the second horse crashes through it and falls. We may not know exactly what this creature was, but one thing is for sure, it wasn't a pleasant sight. This video was shared on a TikTok account by a user named HardToGhetto. It's a security camera recording where we see a student closing his dorm room. While the student is trying to shut the door, something unusual happens. At the far end of the hallway, a small figure suddenly appears. This figure looks like a child or a small person, but it's completely black. It appears to have no head, just a long, stretched neck. The figure takes a few steps and then disappears into thin air. The student notices it from the corner of his eye, but he thinks it might be his imagination and goes about his usual day. This was a very creepy experience, and I imagine the whole student hostel must be quite uneasy after watching this security camera footage. Family late-night road trips are usually peaceful and memorable, but sometimes they can turn into a nightmare. In this particular instance, a family was on a long drive, passing through a forest road when something strange caught their attention. The mom started recording the trees, and as she recorded, a dark and shadowy figure peeked out from behind one of the trees. This figure was entirely black and seemed to be peering at the family in the car. After it peeked out 2 times, the family quickly drove away and didn't look back. It was a truly scary experience, especially considering that there were kids in the car who must have been really frightened by what they saw. This video comes from the Philippines and was captured by a home security camera. In the video, we can see a person walking by while carrying something in their hand. However, there's something really unusual about this figure. It appears to have no head. When we zoom in on the video, it becomes clear that this person is indeed headless, yet they are walking casually as if nothing is wrong. This is quite strange, especially considering that it happened in a densely populated neighborhood. Many other local residents claim to have seen this headless figure, and they believe it's the ghost of a headless being that wanders the streets. Some folks think it could be a stage stunt or fake, but the way this person walks so nonchalantly makes us wonder if there might be something more to this eerie sight. We've only explored a small part of the oceans, about 5%, and within that tiny portion, we've discovered millions of different aquatic species. But have you ever wondered about the remaining 95% of the sea? In this video from the Yangtze River in China, we can see a long, gigantic creature that looks somewhat like an eel swimming in the water. The front part of this creature is partly underwater, and its tail sticks out. It's really huge, and you can tell it's powerful by how it displaces water as it moves. Some people who have seen this video believe it might be the Loch Ness Monster, although it's a bit smaller than what we usually associate with the Loch Ness Monster. Whatever it is, it's definitely an unknown river creature that's captured our curiosity. For people who love exploring caves, it's a passion, but for those like me, it can be quite scary. This video, recorded by a cave explorer, really adds to the fear. In the video, the cave is pitch black, and the only source of light is the explorer's flashlight. As the cave explorer shines their light ahead to find their way, they suddenly spot a creature standing there. Once this creature realizes it's been spotted, it quickly runs deeper into the cave. Some people who have seen this video believe these creatures might be Tommyknockers. Tommyknockers are mythical beings known as cave goblins, and miners used to believe they would knock on the cave walls to warn miners of impending danger. This video was captured by a road camera, and it shows something really unsettling. In the video, we get a view of a road, and after a while, a strange figure appears from the left side of the frame. At first glance, this figure looks small, almost like a toddler, but its movements are quite unusual. This figure walks in the middle of the road, even though it's nighttime. It moves back and forth, and suddenly it starts flying. After flying for a bit, it lands and continues walking around on the road before eventually disappearing. It's hard to be certain about the appearance of this figure, because it was quite far from the camera, but one thing is for sure, it didn't look like any creature we're familiar with. This video was posted on Reddit by a user who claimed to have captured a sighting of a nightcrawler in his backyard. In the video, we can see the person holding a flashlight, trying to find something or someone in the forest behind their home. They shine the flashlight on nearby trees and scan the area, but then they hear a growling noise that sounds like a cat. This sudden cat-like growl startles the person, and they quickly shine their flashlight on a tree in the distance. Behind that tree, they spot someone peeking out. This mysterious creature emits another eerie growl, which genuinely frightens the person, causing them to run away. Upon closer inspection, this creature appeared to be a skinny humanoid with a naked body, resembling the description of a nightcrawler. This man was out with his dog when suddenly, his dog started barking toward the woods ahead. The man then noticed a huge and tall figure walking through the woods and decided to start recording. As he recorded, his dog continued barking at this dark furred entity. But the figure just kept on walking, seemingly ignoring the bark. This creature strongly resembled Bigfoot because of its towering height. You can compare its size to the trees in the area, and it looked to be around 9 to 10 feet tall. Additionally, its posture while walking appeared quite human-like, and it had long arms. As for what this creature really was, it's hard to say definitively. Some might believe it was Bigfoot, while others may have different theories. It certainly remains a mysterious and intriguing sighting. This video was recorded by a truck's camera, and it captures a very strange experience on a remote road. In the video, the truck is traveling along a desolate road, when suddenly, a figure starts forming at the side of the road. As this figure takes shape, it becomes more like a proper human-like shape, and once it solidifies, it starts running and crosses the road. This figure is white and ghostly, almost like a spirit, and it crosses the road incredibly fast without any concern for the approaching truck. Initially, the truck driver thought they had a close call with hitting a person, but when they got out of the truck to check, there was no one there. The world can be quite strange at times, and occasionally we witness things that seem like glitches in the Matrix. In this video, we see a view of the sky with something very unusual happening. There's a bright and shiny orb in the sky that resembles plasma, and it's emitting a brilliant light. After a while, this orb produces luminous rings and sends them flying around, almost like something you'd see in a science fiction movie set in space. While one possible explanation for this occurrence could be malfunctioning electrical lines creating these plasma-like fields, it's challenging to explain the smoke or vapor emitting from them. This video is from India, where a group of friends came across a very strange creature while driving home. Right from the start, we can see a strange creature on the road ahead. This creature looks quite frightening, and its gaze is fixed directly on the camera. Its eyes shine as the camera's flash hits them, and its face seems to have a beard, but it has no hair on its head. What's really unsettling is that it's on all fours, yet it appears to be bent backward like a human. It's possible that these guys recording the video are doing a prank, but the fear in their voices seems very real to me.
Phone up!
As the creature starts moving towards them, the camera person quickly runs away from the scene. Could it be a prank? Or was it truly a terrifying being captured on camera? I don't understand why adventure enthusiasts enjoy exploring forests late at night. This video is from such adventure seekers who are exploring a forest with flashlights. While they search for something interesting at night, they come across an abandoned sewage hole up ahead. They shine their flashlights towards the hole, revealing something strange and creepy in the distance. Hunched over in front of the metal blockage, this odd creature moves slowly, and after spotting the camera, it attempts to walk towards it. Adding to the mystery, there's a black cat just sitting and observing this creature's actions. When we get a close-up view of the creature, it appears to have a humanoid body shape, but its appearance is quite unusual. Seeing this strange being approach them, the explorers quickly flee from the scene. The creature's slow movements make it resemble a cryptid zombie. However, whatever it is, I'm truly impressed by the bravery of that cat. This next video involves a place we would expect to be haunted, a castle. Every castle has its own dark story, and maybe this too, one which lives to this day. This is a drone footage of an English castle, and at first it appears to be a normal recording of a castle. But things get weird the more and closer you look. As seen in the video, a translucent figure seems to be walking in the cabin camera fault, as we clearly see its shape and form, which resembles a human ghost. Castles are known to be a breeding ground for hauntings due to their frequently bloody past, so a sight like this is no wonder. Could this be evidence that we leave together with ghosts in the same space, but we just can't notice? And what could their intentions be? Share your thoughts in the comment section below. Prepare to be terrified by this eerie video that defies explanation. A beekeeper was checking on his bees when spotted a perplexing sight. A goat-like creature emerges slowly from dense vegetation. The physique of this animal is peculiar as it has strange curled horns. As he looks closer, the observer is struck by a chilling realization. This is no ordinary animal and is not probably a goat. Every quiver of its head, every slight change of its body contributes to the unsettling mood. This could probably be some kind of prank, or eerily, maybe a creature of the unknown. In this video, a man is recording a bright light in the night sky, but it's not just the light. Around it, in the shape of a triangle, 3 lights seem to turn on and off periodically, as if following a pattern. Even due to the darkness, the lights can be seen in the sky. It seems to be something suspended in the air. Could this maybe be a UFO? It's interesting to note that there have been numerous reports of sightings in recent years. In fact, a new declassified US government report on UFO sightings has revealed hundreds of new cases. The US National Intelligence Office is now aware of 510 reported sightings. While many of these sightings can be attributed to human origins, more than 100 of the encounters remain unexplained. Could this one be yet another one that needs our attention? A video taken by a Mexican woman in an unnamed cemetery in Brazil has gone viral, featuring a terrifying vampire baby doll that appears to follow you with its eyes. The doll, which is dressed in all white and had a bottle of what looks like blood next to it, has racked up hundreds of thousands of views online and has even appeared in Mexican media. People are likening it to the demon doll Chucky from Child's Play, but many feel that this doll is even scarier. Some are saying that the doll must be possessed by the devil, while others believe it to be an advanced-made doll. However, the video is so unnerving that many viewers are left unsure of what to believe. One thing is for sure, This creepy vampire doll has captured the attention of people all over the world. This guy was exploring an abandoned building at night when he has a very scary encounter. As he was approaching one room, he became hesitant for a moment before opening the door. The doors creaked open, revealing a small, cramped space. In the corner, huddled and naked, was a creature that looked like a man. Its appearance was just wild, and its skin was pale and clammy. He turned and ran, his heart pounding in his chest. To me, I think this could be the infamous skinwalker that always appears rather naked. Could it have also been some person in distress, needing assistance? What do you think? As the video begins, we see a lush forest of emerald green trees. The man recording the video seems to be in a hurry and runs into a building while recording it all. Seconds pass, and a huge storm of wind hits the place. The man is inside, so he cannot capture the whole thing on camera, but he goes outside as the storm moves forward. What he sees there is enough to make a grown man cry. The greenery and the trees are all gone, and nothing but chaos remains. Sadly, this is the usual routine for many people living in different parts of the world. These storms can be deadly, destroying houses and ending lives. Imagine going on your daily walk after dinner, but you end up seeing something that has the capability of haunting you in your dreams. This is exactly what happened to this man. As he was on his way home, he saw something in the grass. Not believing his eyes at the first glance, he took his camera out and started looking at it closely. As the camera zooms in, we see glowing eyes and a small eerie figure. It takes a few moments before the camera focuses on the face. But just then, the thing disappears. Considering the circumstances and the place, there is a possibility that it might be just an insect, although it appears to be more than just an insect if you pay attention. As the video begins, the viewers can see a man who is on a walk with his dog. It appeared to be sunset, as there is very little of the day left, and the night appears to be approaching. The clip seems quite normal at first, with the dog just excitedly walking, leading his owner through the woods. But after a few seconds have passed, the dog starts to act in a weird way. It stops, and then glares in one direction before moving the other way, and then looking at the same spot. As it gets the owner confused, he moves the camera towards the direction the dog was looking at, and a shadowy figure appears there. Not moving, the figure just stands there as if not bothering the man and his dog's existence. The dog, on the other hand, was just alert, cautious, and wasn't barking at all. The video was later uploaded on TikTok. However, no one could tell what the figure was, and the mystery remains. Recorded in Washington in 2011, this video was randomly captured by some children whose main purpose was actually to record themselves having a nice time hiking in the woods. But as they later watched the video, they saw that they had recorded someone else accidentally too. A huge creature with a body covered in black-colored hair was seen leaping around a little far away from the kids. The kids pretty much remained oblivious to its existence, and the creature did not seem interested in the little humans either. But considering the fact that the beast was captured totally by accident, there is very little possibility that the creature was not real and just fake. This clip leaves us all to ponder the existence of the not-so-mythical creature, also known as Bigfoot. This video might be recorded by a fixed camera, as it is not shaky at all. It begins at night where the only thing visible is the street lamp. Darkness has spread over, covering everything else. However, 1 second passes, and we see a ghostly figure appearing. The figure emerges from the dark and moves forward a bit. It is wearing a white overall, and the darkness makes it difficult to see its face or anything else. The only thing clear is the white cloth the figure is wearing. Posted anonymously, the video started a whole argument on the internet, with some people saying it was a little girl's ghost and others taking it to the witchcraft side. No matter which of the two it is, there is no denying that this sight is something that can scare a man to his core. For centuries, one legendary creature has always been a part of open discussions among humans. Be it the old ones or the young ones, every single person is interested in the topic, and that is the famous mermaids. Multiple videos on the internet have been uploaded as evidence of the creature's existence, and one such is this video, a short clip of just a few seconds. But what it captured shocked everyone on the internet. A hand emerges out of the water, touches the boat before disappearing back into the water. Just a glimpse, but it is seen that the hand is big, webbed, and just like a mermaid's hand should be. There is always a possibility of it being something else, but marine creatures don't usually have hands, and if it were a fish, it would have looked pretty different from what it did. Two guys were camping in the woods, trying to get away from the nosy, everyday life of the human world. However, what they did not know was that they were in for a special treat from the other world. As the night approached, they decided to go for a small walk before camping in and sleeping. Seconds into the walk, they see something glowing a little far from them. There were a pair of glowing eyes, as if some beast was glaring straight at them, ready to pounce upon as soon as it got a chance. However, as the eyes appeared to be stationary and were not moving at all, there is a possibility that it might be a car parked somewhere nearby with its headlights on. Although there is always a chance that it might not be a car and actually a scary creature, because you never know. Where trail cameras are set up to get insights into the animals' daily lives, there are times when these cameras end up recording something horrifying too. Take this clip for instance, recorded through a night vision trail camera. The clip shows a black figure walking in the woods. It is just for a second that the creature is clear on the camera, as it is moving behind the trees. The clip was uploaded on TikTok and has everyone asking questions about it. What was the creature? And why did it look like a gorilla but walking like a human? Hundreds of questions, but with only a few seconds of footage as an answer. The man who owned the camera said he had never seen anything like this ever before, and his camera had never picked up anything similar. Therefore, the mystery remains unsolved. Recorded in 2011, this clip is one of the strongest pieces of evidence of the existence of Bigfoot, or a Sasquatch, that has ever been recorded and uploaded on the internet. As the video went viral, gaining millions of views, it gained a lot of mixed opinions from a lot of people as well. A good amount of people in the comments said it was real, while a good amount of people also said it was fake. The way the creature could quickly and nonchalantly move through the thick marsh, especially if it was full of snakes and alligators, was the reason everyone believed it was real, as no ordinary human can do that. It was the only clip that was able to gain a lot of constructive comments from the internet users and a lot of theories ranging from it being a dude with a black jacket onto it being a big beast still unknown to humanity. A 46-second long video was uploaded on Facebook by a guy who said he had been seeing a huge creature near his house for a few days now, and this time he decided to capture it on camera. As the video begins, it takes some seconds before the creature appears on the screen. It looks like a huge gorilla with skin covered in black fur, but its posture and walking style make it closer to a human rather than a gorilla. The walk appears to be pretty steady for an animal. The video ends abruptly, so we don't get to see where the creature was going and what it was doing in the forest. The walk and posture make it hard to believe that it was a Bigfoot. However, it can always be real. Mountains covered with trees are nature's way of trying to hide its deadly creations. For instance, this clip was recorded by two hikers who were initially busy with their hiking before they noticed something weird down the mountain. As the clip zooms in towards the trees, it takes the viewers a second to finally get a grasp of the creature trying to hide behind the branches. It looks like a monkey. However, since the hikers are too far from the place, the camera can only zoom in to an extent. Therefore, we are not able to make a proper face of the creature or conclude what it can be. However, according to the hikers themselves, the being was quite huge and was looking straight at them as if warning them to leave, or else something bad might happen. So the hikers stopped recording and left the area as soon as possible, deciding never to come back again. Where bears are considered as one of the apex predators, among the deadliest of all, Russians are considered as the alpha men considering their usual behaviors. This clip will just give you a glimpse of what they are capable of, and how they appear to not care about their lives at all. The skinny man is recorded by his friends sitting on top of a bear who looks quite annoyed with what was happening to him. The man enjoys his drink while the bear growls in anger. The most surprising thing in this clip is that the bear is clearly angry, but why is it not doing anything? Maybe it was the man's pet bear, or maybe Russians have the ability to control wild animals just like that. This video was said to be recorded by two military officers who were on a mission to investigate a site where apparently a UFO had crashed. This happened in 1982, and it was a secret mission undertaken by the US military. The video shows a weird skinny creature standing behind the tree, trying to hide from the humans recording it. As soon as the camera focuses on it, the creature tries to disappear into the darkness. The appearance makes it look exactly like what an alien would be. According to the uploader of the video, there were multiple beings which were captured by the military and then taken to their secret bases. It was not just that, but the UFO remains and other evidence were also taken away to be hidden from the people forever. The video was considered legit by many, saying that the government was trying to hide all kinds of truths from us. However, there were also many who disregarded the concerns by saying that the clip was nothing but a fake created to get some attention and cause controversy. There have always been discussions about magic, wizardry, and witchcraft. But one topic that has surpassed the other two is witchcraft, with hundreds of people believing that many women are involved in it. One such argument emerged as this video was uploaded by a man on Instagram. It shows a woman holding a bunch of wooden sticks on top of her head and a canister in her left hand, walking towards her home. She appears to be casually walking through a group of hyenas with her eyes glowing like it was no big deal for her. Why wasn't the woman afraid of the animals? Why did the hyenas give way to her, unlike they usually do when attacking people or animals? The mystery of this unusual behavior and the unbothered woman remains fresh, with no possible explanations coming from any side. We all enjoy watching wrestlers engage in tough competitions, but have you ever witnessed a man wrestling with a python? This video begins with a python launching an attack on a man, and he skillfully evades the python's wide open mouth. With impressive agility, the man seizes the python by its neck, all while the python continues its attempts to bite him. Once he gains control of the python's neck, he showcases his wrestling prowess by rolling over the python to establish a better grip. The python is determined to consume the man, but is hindered by the neck hold. What adds to the suspense is that as the man rolls over the python's body, the snake attempts to coil around the man, briefly latching onto his shoulder. However, he manages to evade this and emerges as the clear victor. This encounter was undeniably intense, especially considering how the python was relentlessly trying to take a bite out of the man. Nonetheless, we must commend this brave individual for his remarkable python wrestling skills. Things that our human brains struggle to comprehend often tend to unsettle us. And the same goes for encounters with mysterious creatures. In this video, we witness an unknown creature clinging onto a truck tire, leaving the person recording the video utterly confused. The creature in question has a peculiar appearance. A small body, an exceptionally long and thick neck, a lengthy and slender tail, 2 hind legs and 2 front arms. However, what truly adds to the strangeness is when the camera person zooms in on the creature's face. This creature lacks typical facial features like eyes, ears, or nose. It possesses only a mouth filled with incredibly sharp and intimidating teeth. Curiosity gets the better of the person recording, and they cautiously attempt to touch the creature's mouth with a stick to determine if it's real. To their astonishment, as soon as the stick makes contact, the creature swiftly moves its head with lightning speed, causing a moment of sheer fright. Undeterred, the person approaches the creature again, trying to touch it once more with the stick. This time, the creature reacts by twisting its neck and making a lightning-quick bite at the stick. What are your thoughts on what this mysterious, aggressive creature might have been? This video was shared by a farmer on the Creepy Captures subreddit, where he described his encounter with a strange, naked individual on his farm. However, the comments on the post suggested that this was not an ordinary person, but possibly a skinwalker. In the video, we can see a humanoid creature on all fours, sitting in the distance. This creature is entirely devoid of fur, and its features appear mostly human, except for its weird white skin tone and bald head. The creature moves slightly, but then locks its gaze directly onto the person recording the video. Given that the farm is situated at the edge of a forest, it raises the possibility that this creature could be a skinwalker, venturing out in search of food. However, the lingering question remains, for the skinwalker, does the food mean the farmer? This video captures a genuinely eerie and unsettling ghostly encounter as seen through a home security camera. In the footage, a translucent, smoky figure hovers just above the ground. This mysterious entity moves across the camera's view and then drifts to the side of the house. The smoky apparition has an unusual shape, with discernible features like a head and extended arms. But it remains quite perplexing. While some might suggest it could be smoke from a nearby campfire or something similar, the homeowner has confirmed that there was no fire happening outside at the time. What adds to the disconcerting nature of this sighting is the homeowner's claim of subsequent strange occurrences within the house, such as picture frames falling on their own and lights turning on without any apparent cause. This video captured a seemingly ordinary night out with their family. However, viewers in the comments section noticed something truly unsettling. In the video, we can see the family enjoying themselves, casually playing on a swing. However, it can be seen that there is something moving in the background. Upon closer inspection, it becomes apparent that this presence is that of a humanoid figure. This figure is entirely devoid of clothing and appears to have a pale white complexion. It crouches in the darkness, lurking and observing the family. What adds to the eerie atmosphere is that the family seems completely unaware of this lurking being in the darkness behind them. Commenters on the video speculated that it might be a skinwalker, as they are notorious for their human-like appearances and secretive, lurking behaviors. What are your thoughts on this unsettling encounter? This video, dating back to 2007 in Manitoba, Canada, captures a mysterious and enormous figure in the distance. This figure stands still, and the person recording the video observes it casually. The creature's physical features seem like a blend of a gorilla and a human. Furthermore, it is exceptionally large with long arms, reminiscent of what we associate with Bigfoot. The uploader of the video claims that this could be a Sasquatch, but due to the low quality of the video, it's challenging to make a definitive identification. What do you think this creature might be? Is it possibly a massive ape, or could it truly be the legendary Bigfoot? This video comes from a hiker who was out exploring the beauty of nature, but stumbled upon something quite remarkable. In the video, we're looking at a scene with bushes, and there's someone standing behind those bushes. This figure or creature appears to be covered in black fur. At first, it seems like it might be a bear or a gorilla lurking behind the bushes. However, things take a surprising turn when this figure suddenly stands up, revealing that it's actually a humanoid figure. This unexpected sight spooked the hiker, who wisely decided to make a quick retreat to safety, just in case this strange being decided to follow. Many viewers of this video suggest that it could be the legendary Bigfoot, but the bushes concealing it make it a bit harder to say for certain. Regardless of what it might be, this creature's behavior did give off a somewhat eerie vibe. It's always a good idea to stay away from things you don't understand, or things that might be more powerful than you. This video takes place in Canada, and shows a snowy forest area. The person behind the camera seems quite alarmed, possibly because something is chasing them or making them nervous. The camera person zooms in on the woods in the distance, trying to capture whatever it is that's bothering them. Then, they spot a dark humanoid figure walking in the woods. Realizing this, the camera person decides to run away in a hurry. This figure, based on its towering height and the way it walks like a human, seems to resemble the legendary Bigfoot. The hiker also mentioned that they had seen this thing stalking them before, which explains why they were so frightened and uneasy before recording the video. This video was taken in Wessex back in 2007 using a traffic camera. In the video, we're looking at a Wessex highway with cars traveling as usual. Out of the blue, something very strange and fast across the highway. It crosses the road incredibly quickly, even leaping over the highway fence effortlessly. In terms of its appearance, this creature was quite eerie. It had a naked body and a hunched back, making it look somewhat like the mythical creature known as the Rake. Also, its body shape was oddly reminiscent of the Azawak dog breed, but it had a human-like head. The way it moved and its appearance gave it a posture and looked like a dog or a wolf, which has led some to wonder if it might be a werewolf. This family was enjoying their summer vacation on their farmhouse when they came across something truly unusual. In the video recorded by family, we're looking at a field, and in the distance, there's a dark furred humanoid figure strolling along. You can hear the family's voices filled with confusion and amazement as they try to figure out what this creature might be.
You did.
What on earth?
That's not a deer.
You did. That can't be that's not a cow. It's walking on 2 feet.
This creature doesn't quite match anything they're familiar with. While it might look a bit like a bear, gorilla, or ape, the way it walks and carries itself doesn't resemble any of those animals. The person who uploaded the video, one of the family members, firmly believed that this was an actual sighting of Bigfoot, mainly because of its tall and human-like appearance. What do you think about this mighty creature? Hearing strange and eerie noises in the pitch-black darkness can be quite frightening, and that's exactly what these kids experienced. In the video, there's a brother and sister recording something in the darkness when suddenly a really scary and weird noise, like rumbling and screaming, breaks out.
Wait, I see something. It's coming towards. What was that white thing? Look at what happened.
The sister thinks it might sound like an animal in distress or calling for help. The brother, on the other hand, notices something moving in the distance and mentions that he sees something coming toward them.
Wait, I see something. It's coming towards.
It's indeed a strange and unsettling encounter. Many questions arise, such as why these kids are out there in the pitch darkness late at night, and where their parents might be. This video is like something out of a scary nightmare for many of us. It was recorded at a pipeline station, where the camera person was inspecting the pipeline with a flashlight. While they were busy inspecting, something suddenly emerged from behind the pipeline structure and started running. This creature was hunched over and entirely naked, without any fur on its body. It moved in a really eerie way, with its two hands almost touching the ground as it ran. This creature resembled a cryptid monster that might have been lurking around behind these pipelines for some time. Some viewers who watched this video suggested it might be a ghoul, but it didn't quite match the typical appearance of a ghoul, especially because of its strong hunched back. This was indeed a very strange and unsettling encounter. Parents often install nanny cams to keep an eye on their children and ensure their safety. However, in this video, something very eerie and bizarre was captured. The nanny cam recorded this video at 3 in the morning, showing a view of a hallway. In the video, we can hear scratching and banging noises, which are really unsettling. Then, a strange figure's outline appears in the darkness in front. What follows are truly scary sounds, like heavy, anxious breathing and sniffing, as if some possessed animal is breathing nervously. After these strange noises, there's a loud bang, and the room door suddenly opens. As the door opens, the figure goes inside the room, and that's where the video ends. I can only imagine the fear and concern the parents must have felt after seeing this unknown creature wandering around near their children's room like that. If you're not a fan of jump scares or being startled, I should give you a heads up that there's a bit of a jump scare in this dashcam video. In the video, we're looking at the view from a car's dashcam as it's speeding down the road. The car is going really fast and picking up even more speed. Despite this high speed, the driver seems to have good control over the car. But out of the blue, a figure suddenly appears right in front of the car, and there's no time for the driver to brake, so the car goes right through this figure. The strange thing is that this ghostly looking figure seems to come out of nowhere, and when the car goes through it, there's no sound or impact. After that, the camera goes kind of dark. This ghostly figure had a human-like shape, was wearing a black shirt, had no face, and its whole body looked like a witch. Whether it was a ghost or a person, it's always a good idea to drive slowly and safely. If you've never been a believer in the existence of aliens and UFOs, watching this video might change your mind. This video shows 3 peculiar lights up in the sky. What's really odd about these lights is that they form a perfect triangle and move swiftly around. Additionally, the lights seem to flicker, going from dim to shining brightly, giving the impression of some kind of aircraft. The person who posted this video, along with many others, believes that this is a sighting of a UFO. However, there's another logical explanation. It's possible that these are 3 drones, controlled by a computer, and their formation is programmed to be that way. Regardless of what it might be, it's certainly got the attention of the locals. This video might seem a bit puzzling, and it could be a camera glitch or the result of two videos overlapping. In the video, we see a bedroom door that is open. After a while, a figure resembling a child enters through the door. This figure moves around a bit, and then exits the room. After some time, the same childlike figure enters the room again and seems to play around. From a paranormal perspective, it could look like a child ghost. But if we take a logical view, it might be due to the overlap of two videos, one showing an empty room and the other with a child playing. What do you think it could be? If you're a hiker on your own, it's a good idea to heed this advice. Avoid venturing deep into the woods like the person in this video. In the video, we see the hiker walking and enjoying the peaceful surroundings near a waterfall. While recording the beautiful scenery, the hiker pans the camera in a different direction and notices a person standing there, just staring at the hiker. The hiker spots this human-like figure and talks about it in their own language.
Wow, 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 wow. Wow, sino ka po?
This figure continues to stare at the hiker for a few moments, before eventually deciding to walk away. The figure's calm and stalking behavior was quite unsettling, and gives off an eerie vibe. If I were in the hiker's place, I would have quickly made my exit the moment I saw this creepy figure following me. This video was recorded by some tourists who went to the woods to get a nice experience of nature and wildlife. However, this man with his camera saw something intriguing there and decided to record it on his camera. At first, nothing weird happened, but after a second, a creature got up from the ground and walked forward. The creature had been sitting on the ground all that time. Therefore, it couldn't be seen on the camera. It then squatted on the ground again. It looked like it was looking for something. The brief moment the creature was a little clearer on the screen, we could see it looked like a huge gorilla, but the way it walked was closer to how a human walks. The video was later given to the authorities, and they checked the whole area for the being, but found nothing. There is always a chance that it was just a gorilla with an extraordinary walk, but it could be Bigfoot too. You never know. This video was recorded in California a couple of years back when a man was driving home and witnessed something out of the ordinary. While the weather looked quite foggy and the view from the car was blurry, one thing that caught the man's attention was a slightly dark figure that appeared in front of the car and then disappeared to one side of the road in a second. Even though it started and ended in mere seconds, the sight was enough to scare the man to his core. He uploaded the video on the internet, where many people were quick to claim that it was a skinwalker right there. However, some people thought it was just his mind playing tricks, or maybe the thick fog that made him think it was a figure, while in reality, there was nothing there. Recorded in a junkyard, this clip captured something that shocked the entire internet when it was uploaded. The man was recording his junkyard, showing different cars in the video, and everything seemed quite normal at first. However, as he moved forward towards another car, a nearby black car started moving on its own. It freaked the man out a bit too, and he moved towards it to see if anyone was inside the car. But as he got closer, he saw that there was nothing inside except spare parts and tires. So how was it moving then? The mystery didn't end here. After a few minutes, the car started moving on its own, freaking the man out a little more. However, he still went to check if anyone was inside this time and found nothing. Not just this, the red cross drawn on the car makes the whole thing even more mysterious. Some people on the internet were sure that it was his son or a little kid pushing the car from behind. However, the man kept claiming that the car moved on its own. This video was recorded by a biker who was riding along on his bike. According to him, he rode through the woods often and had never seen anything weird before. But then one day, he was just going his way when he spotted something strange on the path. He stopped the bike, and that's when we saw a huge creature getting up off the ground and running to hide behind the tall trees and bushes. The few seconds the creature appeared on camera showed us that it had black-colored fur covering its whole body, like what a gorilla or maybe a Bigfoot would have. Because the way it was running away was not how a gorilla would run. Its walk and posture were more like a human. However, it can always be a human because we could only see the creature for a brief moment. Dolls have always been associated with mystery and horror, but not many have believed in these kinds of superstitions. However, there are times when dolls are captured on camera being spooky. Take this clip for instance. It shows a man with a creepy clown doll. He has already set up a camera and places the doll right in front of it on the sofa. The man then proceeds to arrange the doll's posture and everything. He puts the doll's hat on it and then leaves the room. A minute passes without anything happening. But then we see the doll, which was facing downwards, now moving and lifting its head up, staring into the camera for a while, before going back to its initial position. Even though this was all the doll did, it was spooky enough for the man when he saw the recording later. Recorded in 2008, this clip had everyone in shock back then, wondering if it was real or not. The clip shows a weird-shaped object flying in the sky. It had lights around it, and it was flying so close to the ground that even the residents of the area could see it easily. The object flew over the area for a few minutes before disappearing in the sky somewhere. The clip was all over the news with questions asked from the authorities about it. Was it some secret military jet? There were hundreds of questions on every mouth. However, the authorities failed to answer any and just claimed that they have nothing but the video only to say anything more about the strange object. Humans aren't always on the bad side. There are times when we see humanity come to life as well. For instance, in this clip, we see a bunch of humans who spotted a moose stuck under a pile of wood logs they had left after work. So, they decided to help out the moose and let it go free. They brought a crane in and tried lifting a wood log, but then they noticed that removing only one log wasn't enough for the moose. They had to get all the logs out of the way as the moose's leg was stuck quite deep under there. Even after removing all the logs, they had to help the moose get out of the spot too, so it could run off to the woods all free and happy. Where trail cameras are set to capture the wildlife in its natural habitat and get a close view of nature, there are times trail cameras capture things that have the ability to shock anyone who sees it. This trail camera captured one such thing in this clip, late at night, where there was no animal in sight. A weird figure appeared from the left side and moved towards the right before disappearing out of sight. The figure looked more like a whitish shadow just floating around. The video was uploaded on the internet and gained mixed reactions from the viewers. To some, it was just something in the dust or maybe an insect. However, to others, it was a ghost wandering in the forest at night. The mystery, however, still remains with no logical explanation ever given. A YouTuber named Tim was out with his friends on a hunting trip when they stumbled upon something unusual. At first, the video appears quite normal, with deer grazing around and everything. However, as the man focuses on the sky trying to record the whole scene, he sees a weird object flying there. At first, he thought it was a balloon. But the speed with which the object was moving and in one specific direction, it was almost impossible for a balloon to do that. But then what was it? Was it a mysterious military drone, or was it some otherworldly thing? With just a video as evidence, nothing could be said. However, the video caused a lot of controversy on the internet for sure. A short video with just one thing in focus, a creepy goat standing on its back legs, staring into the void. The goat looked like it was a young one and had huge black eyes, which did not look like the eyes of a normal goat. The whole time the man was recording it, the animal did not move at all and kept in the exact same position. According to the man, he had never seen this goat near his house before. It came by just one night and was never seen again after that. The man said he was freaked out at first, but seeing it was just a goat, he went near it and recorded it. The animal never harmed anyone or made any noise. It just disappeared without anyone knowing, making the whole situation even more mysterious. Gone are the days when we used to think that bats only come out at night and sleep during the days, because this bat just totally did not follow the norm. As these guys were camping in the middle of the woods, they thought it would be nice to have a jam session right there. However, things quickly took a Disney turn when a bat came flying and tried cuddling with the man playing the guitar. Freaked out, he hurriedly pushed it away, making the bat eventually go back to where it came from. On a serious note, this is what happens when you mess with the natural habitat of animals. Not used to humans, the bat must have been freaked out due to all the noise, as they are pretty sensitive to sounds, and this is why all this happened. Some researchers had set up cameras all over an area where they were trying to study buffaloes and their behavior. However, what they did not know was that they were about to witness something they had never even thought of. A few seconds into the clip, we see a group of scary creatures wandering behind the buffaloes. As soon as the figures were about to become clear on the camera, the video ended abruptly. Through the little part of the clip where we can see the creatures, it shows us that the creatures were huge and had bodies covered with dark fur-like skin. Though questions arose when the video ended abruptly, there was no reason for it to end like that. Is it that the authorities are actually trying to keep something hidden from us? Or was it all just a mere coincidence? The mystery remains unsolved. Have you ever seen Gollum from the Hobbit movie? There's a TikTok video claiming to have spotted a real-life Gollum in the forest. The footage shows a wooded area, and in the distance, there's a humanoid figure moving around. This creature resembles a blend of a monkey and a human, specifically like Gollum from the movie. The hiker recording the video managed to capture the creature again, but this time it was up in the trees. Just like the Gollum in the movies, this creature effortlessly leaped from one tree to another. Could it be that this real-life Gollum is searching for the ring in the forest? From unsettling encounters with cryptids on the trails to the heart-stopping sight of a Mothman staring back at you, and even footage of a massive tree-moving monster, if you're intrigued by the world of the unexplained, you're in for an extraordinary adventure as we explore each mysterious capture. Most Bigfoot sightings on the internet feature low-resolution footage taken from a significant distance, making it challenging to assess their credibility. However, this video is a rare exception, shot in high definition. It unfolds in the area of Banff National Park in Alberta, Canada, offering a glimpse of a snow-covered forest recorded by a hiker. The hiker is aiming the camera toward an enormous, hairy figure lurking in the distance. This creature appears to be massive and towers over the nearby trees. Its thick fur adds to the imposing image, and it gives off the impression that it might be stalking the hiker. Even in the absence of any aggressive behavior, the sheer presence of this formidable beast is quite terrifying. The question remains, was this creature the legendary Bigfoot, or could it be something even more sinister? People have talked about goblins for a long time, often in stories and legends. After watching this video, some might start thinking that goblins could actually exist. The video was recorded by a biker wearing a GoPro camera on their helmet, giving us a special view. In the video, we follow the biker as they ride along a trail, their motorcycle making a loud noise. Out of nowhere, a small, naked, human-like figure appears in the distance. This creature notices the approaching biker and tries to hide in the nearby bushes. The biker, curious about this strange sight, stops the motorcycle and tries to see where this mysterious creature has gone. This little creature, with its small size, exposed skin, and odd look, does resemble what some people might call a goblin. But the big question is, why was this goblin-like creature in that place? Was it searching for hidden treasures, or did it have some other unsettling reason for being there? This video takes us to the Mojave Desert, where an oil field worker captured something unusual while on the job. While working at the site, the worker noticed movement in the distance that drew their attention. They quickly started recording and managed to capture a truly scary sight. In the video, we see a tall, humanoid figure slowly walking along a trail. The creature's gait is peculiar, and it appears to be hunched over. Its long, elongated hands are reminiscent of a Bigfoot. After a brief stroll, the mysterious being disappears behind a bush. Some viewers have speculated that it could be a skinwalker, but based on the creature's appearance, it seems more likely that it was a local forest-dwelling Bigfoot. Whatever it was, it undeniably presented a strange and mysterious sight. This video is like something from a nightmare. It was recorded by a security camera and shows a view of a house driveway. Right at the beginning of the video, a humanoid creature that walks on all fours comes into view as it approaches the house. As this creature gets closer to the camera, its appearance becomes clear. It is completely naked with a human-like body. At first glance, you might think it's just a person acting strangely. But the way this creature moves on all fours, hunched over, is incredibly unusual. It displays remarkable agility as it moves all around the house, coming into the view of multiple cameras. The motives of this eerie cryptid remain unknown, but I'm quite certain that they were far from friendly. Two friends were out for a night ride on their snowmobile in the Canadian wilderness, and they ended up having an unforgettable experience. This video, likely recorded with a GoPro or a mobile phone, shows their snowmobile traveling through the snowy forest. The light from their vehicle illuminates their path, and they have their loyal dog with them. They're having a good time, riding through the snow, when suddenly, their dog starts barking and acting anxious.
What are you barking at?
The friends are puzzled at first, trying to figure out what's bothering their dog. Then, out of the darkness, something truly eerie becomes visible. A tall, humanoid figure standing there. The friends quickly realize what their dog sensed, and they hit the gas, speeding away from this strange and scary encounter. This humanoid figure appeared to be skinny and exceptionally tall, just standing there, possibly waiting for who knows what. It was a truly chilling experience. This footage was captured by a home security camera in New Mexico, and it showcases the appearance of an unidentified humanoid creature. The creature was reportedly moving in a southern direction. In the security camera recording, we witness a humanoid figure sprinting across the driveway in a fraction of a second. This creature's physical characteristics and posture are undeniably strange. It possesses a hunched back, very thin legs, and appears completely naked. The head of this creature even resembles that of an alien. However, the video quality is somewhat blurry when zoomed in, preventing us from making a definitive identification. Regardless, the presence of such a creature in one's driveway would undoubtedly be an unsettling experience. This video, originating from Russia, showcases the sheer force of nature in action. Recorded by a mountain climber, the footage captures a distant mountain peak adorned with trees. What's particularly intriguing is that one of the trees starts moving in an unusual and unsettling manner, as if someone with immense strength is holding and swaying it on the peak. This peculiar straight-line movement suggests a powerful force at play, possibly a colossal, unidentified forest creature. While one plausible explanation could be a feller buncher, a heavy machinery used for cutting trees, the tree's eerie motion remains quite mysterious. Trail cameras are fantastic for capturing the unseen mysteries of the woods, but sometimes they reveal things we weren't meant to witness. In this nighttime trail camera footage, a group of deer stands attentively, clearly spooked by something lurking in the dark ahead. Suddenly, a shadowy figure emerges, its body reflecting the light from the trail camera. The deer remain on high alert, fixated on this mysterious presence. Just as swiftly as it appears, the shadowy creature vanishes into the darkness once more. This encounter was undeniably unsettling for these unsuspecting deer, and one can only hope they remained safe from this enigmatic entity. Have you ever heard of the creature known as Mothman? Mothman sightings were reported in the Point Pleasant area from 1966 to 1968, and newspapers were filled with accounts of these appearances. Mothman is a creature with a combination of humanoid and moth-like features, and its appearance can be quite scary and unsettling. But if you think you're safe now because the last sighting was in the 1960s, you might be mistaken. This video comes from Iran, where a villager investigates strange noises emanating from a nearby mountain. As he approaches with a flashlight, he spots a truly eerie figure resembling Mothman perched on the peak ahead. The creature has a red head and is enveloped in wings, and the reflection of its eyes in the flashlight's beam is particularly chilling. This video adds yet another mysterious creature to the list of things that give me the creeps. I don't understand why explorers often choose to explore the scariest and most dangerous places, and sometimes they do it at night. This video is from an abandoned property that an explorer decided to investigate. In this particular video, the explorer is exploring a cabin deep within the woods. As they venture inside, they suddenly hear a truly unsettling scream that seems to come straight out of a demon's nightmares. This blood-curdling scream startles the explorer, causing them to step back. After mustering up some courage, the explorer decides to record inside the cabin, and we catch a glimpse of the demon-like creature. It appears to be a small humanoid creature with naked skin, and it gives off a hostile and protective vibe, guarding its territory and warning the explorer to stay away. We should be grateful that the explorer heeded the demon's warning and didn't venture inside, as who knows what might have happened if they did. One of my biggest fears is strange occurrences in the sky, and this video is like a scene from a nightmare. Recorded in California, the video captures a bizarre, eerie noise emanating from the night sky.
What could be the cause of that?
The sound is deep, with an eerie echo, and it includes loud rumbling. Some viewers have suggested that it might be caused by heavy construction machinery, which could be a reasonable explanation. However, the sound seems to spread oddly in the open sky, making it challenging to pinpoint the source. Additionally, there are no visible structures in the video that could reflect the sound and create such noises. This noise was truly strange, and if it's a rare natural phenomenon, I hope someone can shed light on it by leaving a comment below so we can all learn more about it. Imagine you're in your apartment, fast asleep, and suddenly you hear strange noises coming from the roof. You decide to step outside to investigate, and to your surprise, you spot a creepy creature perched up there, staring right at you. In a video, we can see the creature on the roof of an apartment building. It's quite large, but it's hard to make out its appearance due to the darkness. this creature is fixedly gazing at the person recording the video. What's truly eerie about these encounters is that we have no idea what these creatures want or what their intentions might be. Hopefully, this creature was just curious about the weather up there and returned to wherever it came from. It's not a good idea to venture into the dark with just a flashlight when you hear strange noises. In a video, a couple heard something outside their house and decided to record as they checked out the source of the noise. The wife walked around and inspected the property while the husband joined her. While she was checking around, she shone her flashlight on the storage room door, and there, a face appeared. This face didn't look human. It resembled a cryptid. Surprisingly, the wife didn't notice it while taking this video. Only once she checked the recording again did she spot that strange thing. It was quite scary to think that this cryptid was lurking in the darkness, and the couple still hadn't seen it. For more strange and interesting footage, check this out.